Well, good evening, everyone. Yes, we return to league action under the lights here at the Rush Green Stadium after a week in which both West Ham and Crystal Palace have been celebrating success in cup competitions. The Hammers, of course, booked their slot in the final of the National League Cup where they will face Boreham Wood, whereas the Eagles ensured progression into the latter stages of the Premier League International Cup with victory over Borussia Mönchengladbach. Tonight, it's the bread and butter of Premier League 2, and there is nothing to separate these two, with the pair locked together on 21 points. The Hammers sit just above Palace due to a better goal difference, but the Eagles boast a game in hand. It's an even contest in store then tonight. So can West Ham forge a performance from iron, or will the Eagles fly high? There's only one way to find out. It's West Ham United under-21s against Crystal Palace live on the West Ham YouTube channel. My name's Ian Waterhouse. I'll be guiding you through the action tonight. The players almost getting ready to get underway. So let's quickly run through the lineups for you, starting with the home side, of course, West Ham United. Your goalkeeper is number 1, Finlay Hooper. 2 is Ryan Batcham. 3 is Ryan Oyebade. 4 is Preston Fearon. 5 is Callum Leacock. 6 is Josh Briggs. 7 is, yes, that man, La Madrid. He starts tonight. 8 is Lewis Orford. He's your captain. 9 is Dan Cummings. 10 is Josh Ajala. And 11 is Regan Clayton. Your substitutes for West Ham is Worcester, Landers, Kaliste Hagen and Akpata. For Crystal Palace, they look like this. It's in goal, number 1, Harry Lee. 2 is Tyler White. 3 is George King. 4 is Charlie Walker-Smith. 5 is Craig Farquhar. 6 is Dylan Reid. 7 is Rio Cardines. 8 is Joseph Gibbard. 9 is Ben Casey. 10 is Sebastian Williams. And 11 is Jemiah Umolu. Your substitutes for Crystal Palace tonight are Hill, Brownlee, Dashi, Judd and Drakes Thomas. Here we go, about to get underway, and it's the goal machine Ben Casey who's going to get it started. Hello everybody, great to see you all in that live chat as ever. Do keep your comments coming in, and yes, La Madrid, he starts tonight. I see so many of you. Steve Cox is in the house, that's great. Toby's in the house as well, as is Michael Rose and Harry Monk. Great to have you along as ever, and we are underway in greasy conditions here at the Rush Green Stadium. First question to you all in that live chat on the West Ham YouTube channel. Where are you watching from tonight? If you're in the UK, whereabouts in the UK? If you're overseas, I want to know what country, I want to know what city, I want to know what town, what village, what hamlet, what field. Let me know. Let's light up that live chat. Great to have you along. A big game tonight indeed for these two sides, with Brighton winning last night against Birmingham 3-2. It means Brighton moves up 4 places in the table. A win for the Hammers could take them up to 9th place, and referee's blown up here early on, and straight away it's the captain Lewis Orford who puts the ball down and gets us back underway. So this is how the table looks. So Chelsea sit top of the table, but more importantly for West Ham, start the day in 12th, played 14, won 5, drawn 6, lost 3. The ball over on the far side now. Let's come back to that in a minute. I'll keep you up to speed with where Crystal Palace sit, just a place below in 13th. But at the minute, it's the Hammers holding on to the ball. Here it goes to Callum Leacock. There's a little bit of space to work with. Pushes it out wide to Batcham. Being on the score sheet this season, Ryan Batcham, 1 league goal to his name. Here is Leacock now. Things just slow down. The pace just slows down a little bit as Josh Briggs pushes the ball out to Oyebade over on the far side. So Crystal Palace played 13, a game less than West Ham. They've won 6 of those, drawn 3, lost 4. It is West Ham who have a +6 goal difference, Crystal Palace with a +4. So that's why the Hammers sit just above Crystal Palace in the table. And lots of you getting in contact as well. John's watching from Trinidad. Stone is good evening, you Irons. So nice to see a lot of you tuning in. Here we go, free kick over on the far side for West Ham. It's a high ball looped into the box. It's a dangerous one as well, but Harry Lee snatches it calmly in the goal. Well, Harry Lee just joined Crystal Palace last summer. Started his footballing journey at Torquay before going to Exeter City, where he made senior appearances for Exeter. Also had loans at Weston-super-Mare in Dorchester. And the Hammers keeper tonight, Finlay Hooper. What a season he's been having. Up from the under-18s, he's played 10 games for the under-18s this season, and he's won 10 games as well. So this is a good sign indeed with Hooper between the sticks. He's been a Hammer since under 9s level. A West Ham boy through and through. A lot of you getting in contact. Sanctuary's watching from Spain. Peter's watching from Tonbridge. Ralph is watching from the southern Costa Blanca. Very nice. Reese is watching a bit closer in Harlow in Essex. Palace looking to break over on that right side. George King causing trouble, but West Ham managed to get it away. It's Charlie Walker-Smith winning the header. He's up from the under-18s as well. If you've got any Crystal Palace fans in tonight, let us know in that live chat. I do have a little confession to make, West Ham fans. When I'm not on duty for West Ham or Boreham Wood, I can sometimes be heard covering Crystal Palace under-18s. So I've got the good fortune of knowing a number of these players. Charlie Walker-Smith certainly one of them. Ben Casey another. On the bench as well, Jasper Judd and Joel Drakes-Thomas have been featuring a lot for the Eagles under-18s this season. Joel Drakes-Thomas, who's on the bench, has also now been featuring for the senior side. Played in that FA Cup defeat against Macclesfield Town. Well, Patrick is watching from East London. Great to have you along. Mr. Janko is watching from Poland. And George is watching from Raynham in Essex. Connor says Ian is the GOAT. Connor, I love you, man. That's so nice of you. What a lovely thing to say. I really appreciate it. All goes back though to Harry Lee in goal. Well, West Ham as well, no win in the last 4 in the league. It's 3 draws, 1 defeat. That's loss coming against Fulham, draws against Middlesbrough, Norwich and Leicester. It's that game against Middlesbrough as well up in the northeast. That was La Madrid's debut for West Ham, and he scored in the first half, only played 45 minutes. But now Crystal Palace looking to break over on the right hand side, starting to look a little bit dangerous here. Here is Umolu. Gets a shot in and it's whipped across the face of goal, and it's a really good effort from the number 11.
Well done, showing there, that's on you. Well done, mate.
The man who joined Crystal Palace in 2024 has had a loan spell at Bromley this season in League 2. Flying high, Bromley in England's 4th tier this season. Had a spell at Port Vale last season too. And he almost opened the scoring for the Eagles. 2 up top for Crystal Palace, Casey and Umolu. Should be an entertaining affair this evening. I've been looking forward to this one. In fact, Crystal Palace have scored 3 or more goals in 7 games in all competitions this season. Played 20 games in total. Crystal Palace played 29 this season. They've scored in 26 of them. So we should have goals galore tonight. Toby's watching from Cork in Ireland. Great to have you along, Toby. Thank you very much. Rose is watching from Grays. Come on, you Irons. So good to have you all along. Do keep your messages coming in that live chat. I've got 7 questions coming up for you all today as well. So we're really going to test your West Ham knowledge tonight. And I've got a lone watch feature coming up for you. So it's been a while since we've done the last game. Of course, I was on commentary for was the 1-1 draw with Leicester City. The ball comes into the box, but it's going to run all the way through, and it's going to be a throw for West Ham deep inside their own half. Well, Crystal Palace have lost their last 2 away games in Premier League 2, a 2-1 defeat away at Ipswich and a 4-1 defeat away at the league leaders Chelsea. There's quite a few other games taking place tonight as well across Premier League 2. There's a bit of a basement battle going on between Burnley and Derby. We've got Leicester against Manchester United, Reading against Arsenal, and West Brom against Blackburn Rovers. A couple of those games are quite important for West Ham tonight. Leicester and Arsenal. West Ham could leapfrog both Leicester and Arsenal if the Hammers win and they don't pick up any points. So worth keeping an eye on those 2 games. Leicester at home against Manchester United, who are currently 3rd in the table, a point off the top, but have got a couple of games in hand on those above them. And Arsenal away at Reading tonight, so we'll keep an eye on those games in particular for you. We're also going to keep an eye on MTK Budapest tonight as well. You may wonder why on earth are we keeping a sharp eye as the ball's been put forward. It's Casey trying to charge after it. It's a really good save by Hooper. Manages to just get a leg out and make the save, but it just goes to show the danger Ben Casey has. Very, very dangerous player indeed for the Eagles. Ben Casey, just 18 years of age. 15 goals and 5 assists for the under-18s this season, Ben Casey. He also scored on his debut for the Crystal Palace under-21s against Juventus of all teams. What a game to do it in. He's played for the Crystal Palace senior side in the FA Cup and Conference League as well, represented England at under-16s and under-18s as well. A very bright player.
Well done, Charlie boy. Well done, son.
Thrown out for West Ham, and I was just explaining why we're going to keep an eye on NTK Budapest tonight. They are up against Ferencváros in the Hungarian top flight league. That's because Christian Hegge's on loan there. Now, I've no idea if he's started tonight, but I'm going to keep an eye on the game anyway. More on that in Loan Watch a little bit later in the game. Magan watching from Venezuela. How many people are watching from Venezuela tonight as well? La Madrid, of course, in the starting lineup tonight. When he made his West Ham under-21s debut, he scored on his debut as well. In just 45 minutes of football in that 3-3 draw away at Middlesbrough.
George, stay with runner.
You don't need to keep commenting, Big Barry. We can see your message, don't you worry. Crystal Palace again looking dangerous with the shot from Imolu early on. Now it falls to Williams, Sebastian Williams, the number 10. Just holding the position behind the two centre forwards for Palace tonight. Andrews is watching from Wickford. Says, come on, you Irons. No, he's watching from Dagenham, 10 minutes away. Put over the top. I think that one's just going to be picked up fairly comfortably by Oyabadi. Oyabadi, of course, celebrating that new contract he's just recently signed with the club, the 18-year-old of Greek descent originally. Often captained the under-18s as well, the left-sided centre-half.
Stay narrow first, Seb. Stay narrow first. Yes, sir. Binge.
Robert says, watching from my hospital in the London Hospital, Whitechapel. Right, Robert, I hope you're okay. Everybody at West Ham sending you our love and best wishes. Up it goes now. Real first chance. Here's Preston Fear on now. 4 league goals to his name, 7 in all competitions. He's a man on good form. Scored the other day as well in the National League Cup against Tamworth. Set up a final against Boreham Wood, the other club I commentated on. I was at Meadow Park on Saturday for the 1-1 draw with Forest Green Rovers. That was a feisty affair, I can tell you that. Robbie Savage, of course, the Forest Green Rovers gaffer. Him and Luke Gerrard, the Boreham Wood manager, having a few words at times in the game. A dream final for me, that one. Boreham Wood against West Ham United. That's going to be on Tuesday, the 17th of March, up at Boreham Wood's ground, Meadow Park. Now, I was trying to find a bit of information about tickets for that one. I can tell you, and this actually came from Boreham Wood, that it's free for season ticket holders. Again, it's Ben Casey charging forward and did so well to get hold of the ball. Here's White now for Palace. Moving the ball well. Williams back out to Casey over on the left side. Walker Smith. Here's Reed. Palace getting bodies forward. They've started the game with a level of intensity that we've often seen this season. So many of you tuning in. House of Signals watching from California. Great to have you along. Gary's watching from Cyprus. Thank you so much. Do keep your comments coming in. I can see them. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. If you haven't already as well, hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot coming up for you on the West Ham United YouTube channel. This Saturday, West Ham travel to Leeds United under-21s in Premier League 2. We'll be live for that one. I'll be on commentary for that one as well. Looking forward to it up at the LNER Community Stadium in York. So make sure you don't miss that one. Hit subscribe on the West Ham United YouTube channel. Of course, the men's senior side travel to Liverpool this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. The women are in action against Manchester United, but not until the 18th of March at the Chigwell Construction Stadium. Under-21s, as I said, next in action against Leeds this Saturday. The under-18s ironically travel to Crystal Palace this Saturday. That's an 11 o'clock kickoff. I did that game earlier in the season actually for Crystal Palace under-18s against West Ham under-18s, and it was a win for the Hammers. Andre Dyke chipping in with a last-minute winner for the Hammers. And of course, he was on the score sheet against Leicester City as well for the under-21s. Lewis is watching from Australia. Great to have you along. Yeah, we can see the comments from people. We don't need repeated comments. And now the ball just gone out of play, and it's a West Ham throw. All right, I've got 7 quiz questions to get through tonight with you. So they are quite quick ones though. So the very first one, and I'm sure you'll all get these lightning fast, but who fancies a quiz question to get going? Quiz question number 1 is this, and whoever gets it first is the winner. Whoever can comment first in the live chat wins. You don't win anything, but you just win our respect. That's what you win. Right, and the feeling that you were first. So which current West Ham player was Crystal Palace's Young Player of the Year in 2018? So which current West Ham player was Palace's Young Player of the Year in 2018? That's your first quiz question. And also, we've got any Palace fans in the house. I would love to hear from you tonight as well. Everybody's welcome. It's a good place to come and watch your football. Peter says, I'm seeing Bournemouth tomorrow at Roots Hall. Hopefully see Junior play. Well, I've got an update actually in Loan Watch for you about Junior Robinson. I'll be honest, he's not seen a lot of action at Bournemouth at the minute, but he might get some minutes with Bournemouth away at Southend in the National League tomorrow. That'll be a really good game, that one. Southend average 8,000 for every home game in the National League this season. That's the 5th tier of English football. Football is certainly strong in the part of the country. Here is Lewis Orford, the captain, on the score sheet in Premier League 2 this season. 5 goals in all competition for him, the 20-year-old. Been a West Ham lad since the age of 5. Won the FA Youth Cup with the Hammers in the under-18 Southern Premier. Also represented England at under-16s, under-18s and under-19s, Lewis Orford. Seen some golden dead ball specials from Lewis Orford this season. The ball's anywhere near the box for a free kick. Expect Orford to step up and be the man to take it. Then he's watching from Worthing. Danny says, I like Junior Robinson. Yeah, he's a good player. Steve. Oh no, Toby. Patrick. You've all got it absolutely right. Eddie's got it right as well. I'm just going back a little bit to see who was first. The ball fired into the path of Le Madrid, but it bounces off him and goes to Williams. It's White. Back to Walker Smith. So Harry, still going up. This is brilliant. Thank you all of you for getting in contact here. We've got somebody watching La Madrid from Orlando, Florida. Goes back White. Here is Walker Smith. It's a long ball forward. And West Ham deal with it well. It's going to be chased down by George King over on the far side. Kept in play by the Eagles. And yes, it is Damien. Damien, well done. You got it right first. It was Aaron Wan-Bissaka, of course, who was Crystal Palace's Young Player of the Year in 2018. I told you it was going to be quick. We've still got 6 more questions to get through. If anybody's got a great quiz question as well that they want to ask in the live chat, feel free. This is an interactive live broadcast for you, so feel free to get in contact. As I say, I can see all of the comments as they come in, so thank you so much here live at the Rush Green Stadium. It's 17 and a half minutes in here in this Premier League 2 game. West Ham United 0, Crystal Palace 0. With an opportunity to potentially go 9th. And if you are watching Premier League 2 for the first time, let's come back to that in a minute, because right now it's Dylan Reid charging forward for Crystal Palace. I thought he was going to have a go. Here's Ben Casey charging into the box. It's a tackle from Callum Leacock. And it looks like the offside flag gone up against Casey anyway. Again, it just goes to show the danger. He almost charged through Ben Casey. The ball coming through really well from Dylan Reid. Dylan Reid was on the bench for Crystal Palace's last Premier League 2 game, the 2-1 win over Fulham, and that was Fulham's first defeat of the campaign. And then since then they've gone on and lost to Newcastle as well. Dylan Reid, a 20-year-old Scottish midfielder, 3 Scotland under-19 caps, played in the Scottish Premiership for St Mirren, had a loan spell at Queen's Park as well. Plenty of senior experience for the Palace number 6 tonight, Dylan Reid.
Hey, let's show them right
Offside indeed. And Harry goes on to say, "Phew, great to have you in again tonight, Harry. It's nice seeing us. I've really got to know a lot of the names in here. Lewis Welsh watching from Australia, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Troy's here as well. It looks like Troy, great to have you along, my friend."
Win the throwing game! No switches! Watch it! No switches!
Throw now over to our camera position, just headed on. How to play. It's going to be another Palace throw here. We've got to go back to the 19th of January for West Ham's last win in Premier League 2. It's that 5-0 hammering of Chelsea. Because Chelsea start the day top of the table. Manchester United could go back top with a win tonight. And in fact, if they do, that will actually work in West Ham's favour as they're up against Leicester City. Leicester City is a side that the Hammers could go above tonight. Although home form has been good for West Ham. They're unbeaten in the last 4 at home in all competitions and unbeaten in the last 7 at home in the league. Crystal Palace, you've got to go all the way back to Halloween for their last league win. And they saw off Aston Villa. Had an awful lot of home games though, Crystal Palace. Did beat Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-0 in their last game. Ben Casey and Dylan Reid on the score sheet then. Beat Fulham 2-1 before that. It was a 1-1 draw with Middlesbrough before that. Mola on the score sheet. And then Ipswich. Surprise, Ipswich 2, Crystal Palace 1 before that. Mola getting the single goal for the Eagles. For West Ham, of course, that 3-1 win over Tamworth. Josh Ajala scoring in the 93rd and 97th minute to send West Ham under-21s into the final of the National League Cup. That was despite of Brown being shown a red card in that game. Before that was a 1-1 draw against Leicester. And before that, a 1-0 win over Anderlecht in the Premier League International Cup. Unfortunately, West Ham bottom of Group D and already out of the competition. Before that was a 5-0 away defeat at Fulham, but we'll just gloss over that one.
Where are we, Taylor?
Here's Cardines over on the right side, trying to get the ball into the box. He was under big pressure, it's been hooked away. And now lashed clear. We see slippy conditions here at the Rush Green Stadium.
Hey, let's get some control! Lewis, just passing it! Reza, mix your positioning up.
Well, I can tell you it's still MTK Budapest 0, Ferencváros 0 in the Hungarian top flight. And let me see if I can find out whether Christian Heggie has started that game. Here is La Madrid, gives it to Fearon. And it's pushed over to Ajala. 10 goals in all competitions this season for Josh Ajala. 4 of those coming in the league. 2 of them coming last time out in the National League Cup. Here's Callum Leacock to Briggs. Here's Oyabadi now. Back to Fearon. Preston Fearon, we've seen so much of him this season. The 18-year-old been a hammer since joining from Chelsea at under 15 level. He's got 5 assists and 5 appearances for the under-18s as they won the Premier League Cup. No stranger to success, Preston Fearon. He's always making a big impact here for the under-21s this season. Ham United gaining chances all for opening 22 minutes. No real chances as of yet to speak of for West Ham. Crystal Palace have had a few. Jemai Umolu lashing the ball right across the face of goal, running it just past the post. And Ben Casey was close, but he just strayed offside. Peter Chelmsford has shown that it's all gone wrong at Bristol City for George Earthy. Again, on loan watch, I'll keep you up to speed. Looks like you know your stuff though, Peter. Ball goes back to Harry Lee in goal for Crystal Palace. Any Crystal Palace fans in this live chat? Would love to hear from you all. Like I said, everybody's welcome. Football under the lights on a Monday night. What is better? Palace holding the ball though very, very well. Here is White. Back it goes to Gibbard, trying to feed the ball through, but La Madrid is there. And La Madrid trying to feed the ball. A little bit too much work to do for Ajala. And the ball's now with Craig Farquhardi, 22-year-old. He was on the score sheet in Palace's 6-0 thumping of Derby County. Reed also on the score sheet that day. Now it comes through. Surely it's just chipped into Harry Lee and whipped across the face of goal. Dan Cummings coming so close for West Ham. Almost breaking the deadlock. The first real sign of big attacking intent from the Hammers. But Harry Lee did well to make himself so big. Cummings trying to lift it over. Couldn't quite. 2 goals in all competitions this season for Cummings. Scored the winner against Anderlecht in the Premier League International Cup. Almost gives West Ham the lead here, but we are 25 and a half minutes in. It's still 0-0. Well, here's Williams picking up the ball well. I thought he was going to try and see if he could find a bit of space to unload. Sebastian Williams pushes it out to the right side now. Gibbard. Had with Dylan Reid. Here's Charlie Walker-Smith, who's been playing a lot for the under-18s this season, and White puts the ball into the box. It comes off the back of a West Ham player, didn't quite see who, picked up by Joseph Gibbard. And this time trying to switch it over to the right side, but the run had been checked before then. And it's just pumped forward, going to run all the way through to Harry Lee. Ruxy Flack says, will we get replays at half time? Yes, you will. And Danny Murray says, looks a bit chilly in Rush Green tonight. Come on, you irons from Calgary, Canada. Thank you so much, Danny, for tuning in. It's actually not too bad. It's been a lot worse. Dare I say, I was up at Bournemouth on Saturday, as I've mentioned, and it was the nicest weather we've had for a long time. I was actually at Maidenhead United winning against Moneyfields yesterday in a big game in the Women's National League, and dare I say, we had the sun out for a little bit as well. Here's Farquhar. A little bit of pressure from Cummings, but happy to see the ball go forward. Picked up well though by West Ham. Here is Fearon, goes back to Oyabadi. Pushed over to the far left side, but Crystal Palace pick it up again. Held on well by Josh Ajala. Seen how to play. Throw for the Hammers inside the Crystal Palace half. Well, as I said, Crystal Palace making it through, finishing top of Group B in a Premier League International Cup. I'm not quite sure who they'll play. I think it will be one of Real Madrid, Dynamo Zagreb, or potentially Manchester United in the next round. If there's any Palace fans can probably tell me better. Here is La Madrid now. Ball at his feet. Good ball played to Fearon. Trying to feed it through to Cummings, but Fearon can't get it through the wall of Palace. Good battle going on in the heart of midfield. Ben Casey just strayed offside. He went down under a challenge. I was just waiting to see what the referee was going to do, but he rightly signalled for the offside. Here is La Madrid now, Venezuelan. He's actually rated the best player in the Venezuelan top flight league under the age of 23 for 2025. He is on loan with an option to buy though in the summer. Here's Orford. He's played in the FA Cup game against Burton Albion. Real Madrid making his senior debut. Had already made his under-21s debut though in that 3-3 draw away at Middlesbrough. Michael says, be nice to see some attacking youth on the bench against Liverpool. Don't need 5 defenders. Yeah, of course, the men's senior side travel to Liverpool this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. If you haven't already, hit that like button and that subscribe button. A lot of content coming up. Nuno's press conferences are on the West Ham United YouTube channel, so you can watch those. And of course, on Saturday, you'll be able to watch West Ham under-21s as they travel to Leeds United. Fearon, lovely ball over to Batram. Batram pushing it in. A shot comes in from Josh Ajala. It was a difficult angle and there wasn't quite enough venom on it to really trouble Harry Lee. In fact, if anything, I think he might have been more trying to just put it into the danger zone in front of goal, hoping that Cummings might have been able to latch onto it, but he had quite a bit of ground to make up. Cummings adamant the ball actually went out of play, but referee not having it. Dinked over the top into the path of Casey. Batram knocks it forward. Here is Batram again. He's got Ajala in space, who he finds. Ajala's forced to go back. And here come West Ham. Does anybody fancy another quiz question? Should we do another quiz question? I said I've got quite a lot for you. Well, as we know, Crystal Palace won the FA Cup last season to lift their first major honour. Here's Cummings, more on that in a minute. Here's Cummings, gets a shot away, it takes a wicked deflection. I think Harry Lee gets something on it to make the save, and it's going to be a corner for West Ham. Dan Cummings looking lively. La Madrid with the lovely turn into the path of Fearon, who feeds it through. Here is Cummings on his left foot. It needed the touch, and yeah, it's a good save by Harry Lee. In fact, that deflected touch was taking it towards goal. And Harry Lee had to make sure and put it out. Corner now for the Hammers. 2 big chances really for Dan Cummings in the space of a few minutes here. West Ham starting to show a little bit more attacking intent. In comes a shot, it's drilled in low. Too many bodies in the way this time though. Ajala whipping it across it. Oh, just needed a touch. Just a stud on it and it would have taken it into the back of the net. Another big opportunity. 3 chances in the space of 3 or 4 minutes for West Ham. Lovely little bit of skill from Ajala. Whips it in. And of all people, it's actually Ryan Oyabadi there, the number 3. He doesn't get on the score sheet very often. But he hasn't scored yet this season. But he came close there. Mumhu Irons, who I know is actually Cat, says Cummings is on it. He has been recently, hasn't he? Josh Briggs, though, having to deal with the danger here under heavy pressure from Ben Casey. As I said, Ben Casey with 15 goals for the under-18s this season for Crystal Palace. And the challenge over on the far side. It's the referee reaching for a card, and he is.
Gary, over Joe bench. Seb.
It's going to be a yellow card here.
Not too deep, Craig.
for, I think it's Rio Cardines, the number 7. Gets his name in the book for the challenge. I think it was on Regan Clayton over on the far side. And Rio Cardines, the 19-year-old, joined Palace when he was just 16 years of age. Actually from Trinidad and Tobago. He's been capped by Trinidad and Tobago as well. Started his career at Stevenage Borough Juniors. And he was on the score sheet for Crystal Palace in the 2-1 win over Fulham. And they were unbeaten heading into that game. Crystal Palace, the first team to beat. Here is Ajala charging forward, but Lee does so well to get up his line quickly and just gets a vital touch to take it away from Ajala and hold on to it strongly. West Ham really growing into this now. As I said before, I am expecting goals in this one. West Ham have scored in 26 of their 29 under-21 games in all competitions this season. Crystal Palace have scored 3 or more in 7 games across their 20 played this campaign. Here's White now on the left side, up against Batcham. 2 number 2s going toe-to-toe. Williams dropping a little bit deeper to give the ball to Dylan Reid here. 2 up top for Crystal Palace with Ben Casey and Humolu. Sebastian Williams just playing behind the 2, although it's all been Casey in the final third.
Tyler, good.
There's Reid. Reid again. Just trying to work out a few options. Here is Joseph Gibbard now. I notice as my younger brother is friends with George playing tonight. He said Casey is like a Defoe. Yeah, he is a brilliant player, Ben Casey. I can see that resemblance actually in the way that they play. Reid again picking up the ball. Yeah, he's been really good. As we said, the opening 20 minutes wasn't too much in it, but the last 15 minutes or so have been pretty bright, pretty exciting. These games go so quick as well. I can't believe we're in the 36th minute already. We've got less than 10 to go to the break, and I've got all of these quiz questions still to go. So let's get one done now. I tried to do it before, and then West Ham went on the wild attack. So the second quiz question night. Crystal Palace, of course, won the FA Cup last season to win their first major trophy, although West Ham have won the FA Cup 3 times in 1964, 1975 and 1980. Who was the captain for each of those FA Cup final wins? Who was the captain in those finals for West Ham? Let me know. 1964, 1975, 1980. Bonus point if you can tell me who West Ham beat in those finals as well. And bonus point if you can tell me the score. Bonus points if you can tell me who scores as well. Here is La Madrid though. Again, he had a 90% pass completion rate in the game against Burton Albion. I know at times he's kept a little bit quiet, but when he does get the ball at his feet, he's so accurate with it. You can just see him. Hooper off his line quickly to deal with the danger, puts it straight out of play, and it's a throw for Palace just inside their own half. Wrong and Wide podcast says number 2 for West Ham is very good. That's Ryan Battram. 20-year-old Ryan Battram won the FA Youth Cup and the Under-18 Premier South with West Ham in the 2022-23 season, a double winning season. 19 appearances for the Under-21s last season as well. Ryan Battram has been on the score sheet in Premier League 2 this season as well. And Steve Hill, absolutely spot on. Peter, absolutely, I think you're right. Let me just double check. Here's danger, here's White into the box for Crystal Palace. He gets the shot away. He's trying to curl it into the bottom right-hand corner. But he's just not quite enough curl on it and takes it away from the post. Tyler White has had a very, very good first half. And Leacock almost getting a shin on it. Tyler White, the 19-year-old, he's actually American. He's Tyler White. Made 24 appearances for Crystal Palace under-18s last season, scoring 2 goals. A very pacey player indeed. Damien says it will come, West Ham. The Cat says no, Madrid has some real ability. Yeah, he does. You can just see he's got that bit of quality, hasn't he, when he does get the ball. Very, very rarely. In fact, I don't think he's given it away once when he's had the ball at his feet in this game. Played some nice passes as well. In fact, it was the little bit of skill that set fear on to put the through ball to Dan Cummings, who got a shot away and forced Harry Lee into making a save.
Onto the ball, Seb!
Well, thank you so much, all of you, getting your quiz question answers absolutely spot on. Really appreciate it. But Batcham over here on the right side. It's seen out of play though by Craig Farquhar, and it's a throw for West Ham deep inside the Palace half. We're into the 40th minute here at the Rush Green Stadium. Goodness me, it goes quick, doesn't it? West Ham finished 4th last season in Premier League 2. Palace finished 6th. 21-10. If you are new to Premier League 2 and not quite sure how it works, it is 29 teams in one division, but you don't play all 28 opponents. You're going to 6 seeding pots of 5 teams. There is 1 bye team. We're trying to chase this down, but it's going to be seen into the arms of Harry Lee. So 6 seeding pots of 5 teams, 1 bye team. So you play each club in your own pot, then 3 or 4 sides from the other pots to make 20 match days in total. The top 16 at the end of the season qualify for the elimination playoffs. How that works is the team who finishes first then plays 16th, second place 15th, so forth. Straight knockout all the way through to the final, and the top 16 also qualify for next season's Premier League International Cup, which is it's essentially the Champions League, I suppose, of academy football. And actually it's a competition Crystal Palace have won. They won it in 2024 and they beat PSV in the final. Something new as well for the 25-26 season. If you do finish between 17th and 24th, you go into a cross-category playoff competition with 8 teams from the Pro Development League, essentially clubs with a Category 2 academy. You have to have a Category 1 academy to be playing in Premier League 2. Manchester City are the current defending champions overall of Premier League 2. That's a quick overview of how it all works. 14 minutes on the clock. That quiz question: Palace won last season's FA Cup to lift the first major honour, but West Ham have won the FA Cup 3 times. Who captained the side in 1964, 75 and 1980? It was Bobby Moore as the captain in 1964. In 1975 and 1980 it was Billy Bonds. Of course, congratulations, I think pretty much everybody got that right. 1964 it finishes. Lee just does manage to get the ball forward to his defender Joseph Gibbard, who pushes the ball forward now. I'll come back to that in a minute because Williams has the ball. Sebastian Williams driving forward for the Eagles. Does he fancy loading up, having a go? It's a low drilled shot, but Hooper is equal to it. It's a shot on target for the Eagles. We'll have another look at it. Williams just working his way into space, charging forward the number 10 for Crystal Palace. 1964 FA Cup final, Preston 2, West Ham United 3. 1975 FA Cup final, West Ham 2, Fulham 0, and the 1980 FA Cup final, West Ham 1, Arsenal 0. Thank you to all of you for getting in contact with that. Great seeing so many of you in that live chat. Really do appreciate it. We want to get these numbers up as we've got 1,665 of you tuning in tonight as well. Can we get it up to 2,000? That would be great. Toby says West Ham have also won the FA Cup in 2026. You never know, Toby. You never know. I've got all my fingers and toes crossed. Here's Reid for Crystal Palace. 2 minutes to go, plus time added on at the end of this first half. I can't imagine there's going to be much, although Ria Cardines has been yellow carded for Crystal Palace. Here's Ajala, Josh Ajala, we know what he can do. Still Ajala, working his way into the box, trying to get the cross in. Forced to go back, but ball still with the Hammers. Here's Orford. Orford picks it up again, the captain tonight. Briggs. Here's Callum Leacock now. Orford once again. You know he can hit them if he can find a little bit of space. Fearon drills it in low into the path of Ajala, who just has the ball snatched away from his feet, and it runs through to Harry Lee.
Let's go, up, Chaz! Great!
Second ball!
Minute to go to the break. It's a throw for Crystal Palace inside the West Ham half. With a lone watch coming up in the second half. And I'll let you know how Junior Robinson, Mason Terry, Michael Forbes, George Earthy, Callum Marshall and Christian Heggie have been getting on at their loan clubs. More quiz questions coming up. Does anybody want one for half time as well? No cheating, no Googling allowed. But let me tell you this, on the 23rd of August 2014, that's the 23rd of August 2014, West Ham beat Crystal Palace 3-1 at Selhurst Park. Let me come back to that because the shot comes in, it's blocked by Leacock. Over to the right side, Crystal Palace still have the ball. It comes into the box, it's a dangerous delivery. La Madrid gets something on it to hook it away. And now West Ham might have an opportunity to break. Dan Cummins just dispossessed by Reed. Gibbard now. Plays forward for Crystal Palace. Here is Gibbard. Does he fancy having a go? He gives it to Williams. That's a shot. Oh, what a save that is by Finlay Hooper. Absolutely magnificent. I thought that was going to be nestled in the back of the net. Sebastian Williams with the strike. But Finlay Hooper, the acrobatic save, absolutely sensational. Look at that, reaching for it. Pushes it away from goal. Well, Finlay Hooper take about 10 wins from his 10 starts in the under-18s this season. Signed his first pro deal with West Ham in September 2025, and it's for reasons like that. Corner though to defend. Up it comes, he's hooked over. I think it was Reed who lashed it over. Apologies, it was Charlie Walker-Smith, the number 4, the man who's been rocking out for the under-18s, the 18-year-old, the Welshman, capped by Wales under-19s. Been on the score sheet for Wales as well, scored in the 2-0 win over the Netherlands. And that is half-time here. Well, Finlay Hooper ensuring it stays 0-0 at the break. That was absolutely sensational. The game grew, didn't it? It came to life really after about the 20th minute or so. It is 0-0 at the break. Let me just give you this quiz question at half time, so you need to come back for the second half to tell me the answer. 23rd of August 2014, West Ham beat Crystal Palace 3-1 at Selhurst Park in the Premier League. I want to know a couple of things. I want to know, first of all, who scored the goals, both for West Ham, and who got Crystal Palace's. And I want to know if you can tell me the lineup for West Ham that day as well. No cheating here, no cheating, but just start popping some names in that live chat. I'm going to go get myself a quick cup of tea. I'll be back for the second half. Thank you so much for watching that. The game really improved, didn't it? But here at the Rush Green Stadium at half time, it's West Ham 0, Crystal Palace 0. Don't go far. Well, welcome back, everybody. Second half about to get underway. Are we going to have a goal in the second set of 45 minutes here? What do you think? That live chat has been lighting up. Thank you to all of you for tuning in, by the way. It's so great to see you all. A lot of familiar faces as well. I've seen a lot of you actually starting to talk about food as well in that live chat. Somebody talking about Domino's pizzas, of course. Other pizza shops are available, and it's making me hungry as well. What shall I have for dinner? I don't have far to drive home tonight, so from Middlesbrough, it was a long old way. I had a meal deal. Maybe I need something a little bit better tonight. Give me some suggestions of what I should have for me dinner. We are about to get underway. There's going to be a change actually. The number 5 of Craig Farquhar is coming off for Crystal Palace, and it's the number 15. Jasper Judd is coming on, a player I know very well from the under-18s. Jasper Judd, the 18-year-old. He's been at Crystal Palace since pre-academy, since he was a 7-year-old. Captain Crystal Palace's under-15s in the National Floodlit Cup Championship, and has been on the score sheet this season as well for the under-18s. In fact, he's got a bit of a thing for scoring against Norwich City, believe it or not. They've played Norwich twice, the under-18s this season. He's notched a goal in each game. We are about to get back underway. Mark Pendleton says, great to see you in. Great to have you in the live chat as well, Mark. Thank you so much. Toby says, get the premium meal deal. Well, I have to see if my budget stretches to that, Toby. Harry Monk says, what meal deal? And I haven't had it yet, Harry. That's the thing. That's what I'm asking for. I haven't had my meal deal yet. So I might nip to the petrol station on the way home and get one. Ball's being put into play. It's going to run straight out. I've got some score updates for you as well from the rest of Premier League 2 at half time. It was Burnley 1, Derby County 0 in the basement battle. Leicester City 1, Manchester United 2. That's significant because if West Ham can find a way to win, they will leapfrog Leicester City tonight. It's Reading 0, Arsenal 1 and West Brom 1, Blackburn Rovers 2. The other games across Premier League 2 tonight. Hammers could go up to 9th with a win. Started the day in 12th. They were actually 11th, but Brighton beat Birmingham 3-2 yesterday, so that meant the Seagulls jumped up 4 places. But a win tonight could see, potentially if results go their way, West Ham go above Leicester, Arsenal and Brighton, but they have to win, and right now Arsenal are also winning against Reading away at Reading. So I don't think I've had any changes for West Ham, so the lineup looks like this for the Hammers. It's Hooper and Gold and Batcham, Oyebadi, Fearon, Leacock, Briggs, La Madrid, Orford, Cummings, Ajala and Clayton. For Crystal Palace we have now had a change, but it's Lee and goal, White, King, Walker, Smith. Farquhar's gone off and Jasper Judd has come on. Reed, Cardines, Gibbard, Casey, Williams and Umolu. Here is Judd, the number 15, who's just come on to the pitch. There is George King. Goes back to Harry Lee. If you missed the first half, you missed an absolute world-class save from Finlay Hooper as well to keep Palace out. It was absolutely sensational. West Ham had a few chances in the first half as well, mainly coming from Dan Cummings. Getting a good left foot shot in. It took a deflection, but it forced it towards goal and forced Harry Lee into making a diving save off to his right. Jala's put a dangerous ball across the box as well. Chances at both ends, but the deadlock yet to be broken. Well, I did ask you a quiz question as well. I did see quite a few people coming in with the answers. It was the 23rd of August 2014. West Ham beat Crystal Palace 3-1 at Selhurst Park in the Premier League. Who scored the goals? It was Mauro Zerata. Got things underway for West Ham in the 34th minute. Stuart Downing made it 2-0 to the Hammers before Marouane Chamakh, remember him, the former Arsenal man as well, scored in the 48th minute. Carlton Cole sealed the deal though in the 62nd to hand all 3 points to West Ham. Here is Ajala now, 3 points, certainly something West Ham are looking to try and get back on track in Premier League 2. No win in the last 4 in the league, 3 draws and 1 defeat in that run. Here's Fearon now, Preston Fearon loads up, how's it go? It's a low shot, it's just dragged it wide. Well worth a go though. Now Stevie has just had a great gammon steak. Why do we do this? making me hungry. We've got Bronze 55 watching from Barbados today. You've got to try McDonald's crispy chicken tonight. Oh, very nice, yes. Back underway here with Crystal Palace. The ball at their feet. They started today just a place behind West Ham. 11 on points have started today, these two. 21 points each, but West Ham with a slightly better goal difference by +2. Well, Crystal Palace do have a better defensive record, but West Ham have scored more. Crystal Palace scored 25 goals. West Ham coming into this one with 29. Palace have conceded 21. West Ham conceded 23. Here is Cardines pushing it forward into the path of Jasper Judd. He's hooked away, out of danger. And as far though is Gibbard, who knocks it down to Dylan Reid, who's looked lively, the number 6 tonight for Crystal Palace. Here's Lewis Orford now, the captain. Toby says, I have a lot of hope for the youth. They're looking more and more solid every game. Yeah, they are indeed. As I said, we've got that National League Cup final to look forward to as well against Boreham Wood on Tuesday the 17th of March. That's up at Boreham Wood's Meadow Park, not a million miles away. And tonight, Crystal Palace have made the short eagle flight of roughly 20 miles up to Romford for this game from their training ground. Taylor says, watching from Derby. Oh, please wish Henry a happy birthday. Yes, Henry, I hope you've had a lovely day. Happy birthday to you from everybody at West Ham. 50 minutes on the clock, 0-0 here. Still waiting for the deadlock to be broken. There have been chances. Sebastian Williams going very close, forcing a brilliant save from Hooper right at the end of the first half. Sebastian Williams, the number 10 for Crystal Palace, he's looked lively today, the 18-year-old. He was actually last season's under-18s player of the season for Crystal Palace. Captain the under-16s for the Eagles in 2022-23. He's also on the score sheet against Fulham in that 2-1 win for the Eagles. That was their last league game as well. And as we said, no win away in the league since beating Aston Villa all the way back in Halloween. A bit of a tussle over on this left-hand side. Regan Clayton winning the throw here. Seen a lot of Regan Clayton for the under-21s this season, the flying fullback. He's been at West Ham since he was just 10 years old. Won the FA Youth Cup with the Hammers as well. Has been on the bench for the senior side. The ball comes into the box. It is cleared temporarily. That was Molu just dealing with the initial danger. It's going to be chased after by Reid. The two number 6s of Josh Briggs and Dylan Reid going toe to toe. Hooper gives it back to Briggs, and I think they're playing a little bit here with Reid. Playing it out from the back, West Ham. Warford switching it over to the right side, but it's gone straight to the path of Crystal Palace. La Madrid picks it back up though. Here is La Madrid now gives the ball. Here is Ajala. Once he gets going, he's difficult to stop. Here is Josh Ajala, a little bit of space. He's got Jasper Judd for company. Wins the corner. Yes, he does. Steve says, just finished my sausage sandwiches with mustard and dripping melting butter. Health and fitness for the win. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good.
Seb, narrow and across, well done. Seb, that way though.
Kaz Simpson says the final is on my birthday. I take that's National League Cup final, 17th of March. Well, happy birthday for them. Make sure you tune in for that one. Here comes the ball in. It's headed back into the box. Now it's hooked clear by Crystal Palace. Could have gone anywhere. Dangerous play. So difficult to call. Greg Lincoln, the man in charge for West Ham under-21s, former England under-16 and 17s coach. Has had spells at Arsenal and Tottenham as well. Really getting a tune out of the West Ham under-21. Some very, very bright players. In fact, we saw Mohamedou Kante. He came on the other day, didn't he, in the draw for the West Ham senior side. Charlie Walker-Smith is going to pick it up for Crystal Palace inside his own half. Goes back to Harry Lee. I need to give you the quiz question answer as well, don't I? Attached to that game, the 23rd of August 2014, it's Jala who tries to push it through. Crystal Palace just struggling a little bit at the back, finally managed to get it clear. It's going to be picked up by West Ham again, just inside their own half. Here's Oyabadi. Fear on now. He sense something's coming, something's building in this game. On Saturday for Boreham Wood Forest Green Rovers, I said there's no way it's going to finish 0-0, and a minute later Boreham Wood took the lead. I'm going to say the same again. I'm going to have this. There's going to be a goal in it. Line up for that game when West Ham beat Crystal Palace in 2014 in the Premier League at Selhurst Park was this. Adrian was in goal. It was Aaron Cresswell, Joey O'Brien, Winston Reid, James Tompkins, Chet Coyote, Stuart Downing, Mark Noble, Ricardo Vaz-Tay, remember him, Carlton Cole and Maro Zarata. That was your starting 11 in that game. I've got a couple more quiz questions coming up for you as well, and we've got Lone Watch to come up for you as well as soon as there is a break in the play. Here is Josh Ajala now on the left side. Look how the number of Crystal Palace players just swamp Ajala. But here is the number 11 of Jemiah Umolu. Ricochet's out of play, difficult one to call. So it's gone in favour of the home side. 55 minutes on the clock here. West Ham 0, Crystal Palace 0 in this Premier League 2 game. The season really getting on here. Goes so quick, doesn't it? 20 match days in total. This is number 15 for West Ham. Just 5 to go after this one. Must really finish in the top 16. The critical thing is to finish in that top 16 and you make the end of season elimination playoffs. Here's Dan Cummings charging after it, but Lee's off his line quickly. Well, thank you so much. I see a lot of you putting the lineup in the live chat as well. Yes, live chat is open. Has been all game. We've got 1,400 watching now. I think we've lost a few actually. It often happens at half time, but let's hit that like button as well. Let's see if we can break the YouTube algorithm and get as many people watching the under-21s as possible. Have we got any Crystal Palace fans watching tonight? I want to hear from you as well. If you are a Palace fan, you may have heard my voice a few times for the Crystal Palace under-18s. I've done 3 or 4 games so far this season. Seen a lot of Charlie Walker-Smith and Jasper Judd. Joel Drakes-Thomas on the bench tonight as well for the Eagles. Here is Regan Clayton though for West Ham with the throw.
Josh, we need to work.
Deep inside his own half.
We need to work it. Get together then. Work in the line. Set the balls, Preston.
Arsenal have doubled their lead at Reading. And that means Arsenal, if it stays like that, will definitely stay above West Ham tonight in the table. Here is La Madrid. Is there some magic to come from the Venezuelan? La Madrid again, scored on his debut for the under-21s. A lovely ball through into the box. The shot comes in and it's just pushed over. Another big opportunity for the Hammers. Created by La Madrid here. Well, that's Batram pushing it on into the path. And look at La Madrid. Look at the vision just to see the run from Batram and feed it through those legs of the Crystal Palace players. And Batram fires it, wins his side a corner. Fear on to take it. Sebastian Williams, the number 10 for Palace there, just trotting backwards into the box. It's a good delivery in by Fearon. It's a bit of a ricochet, but Crystal Palace get the ball high up in the air. Brief respite. And now it's headed clear. I didn't like there was a bit of a push in there. Referee has given the free kick in favour of Crystal Palace. It's Burnley 1, Derby County 1 in the basement battle in Premier League 2. Still Leicester 1, Manchester United 2, Reading 0, Arsenal 2, and West Brom 1, Blackburn Rovers 2. That's how it stands across the rest of Premier League 2 tonight. Peter says that was nice from La Madrid. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Great bit of play. Luis Martinez says La Madrid did really good there. Yeah, he shows these signs of real quality. In fact, in 2 games now, he's played 45 minutes against Middlesbrough and he's played 58 minutes so far, nearly an hour. I'm yet to see him actually give the ball away. Every time he's had it, he's always found a West Ham player. We've got Regan Clayton down now. He's about to get onto his feet. Whilst they're down, let's have a quick look at Loan Watch, shall we? I need a jingle for Loan Watch. I need some recommendations for a little jingle. It feels like it's becoming a bit of a feature. So here is Loan Watch. Junior Robinson, he's on loan right now at Boreham Wood, of course, from West Ham. So it's a look at how the academy players on loan at clubs are getting on. Junior Robinson on loan at Boreham Wood. He was on the bench for the games against Truro in the National League Cup and Forest Green Rovers on Saturday in the league, but he didn't get on the pitch at all as we get back underway. So no minutes for Junior Robinson this week. Mason Terry, he's on loan at Braintree. The goalkeeper is Sebastian Williams, tries to get it, but it's pushed forward by Callum Leacock over to the right side. Mason Terry's on loan at Braintree. He played the full 90 minutes in the 2-1 loss away at Altrincham at the weekend. He actually was credited with an own goal as well, but it's not a lot sometimes you can do with Michael Forbes, he's on loan at Northampton. He was on the bench for the 4-0 away loss at Lincoln City, didn't get on the pitch, probably not a bad thing in a 4-0 defeat. George Earthy, as we know, he is at Bristol City, and we did play 65 minutes of Bristol City's 1-0 loss at Swansea. He was booked in that game as well, though. Clayton gets the ball back to Preston Fearon. Callum Marshall, he's on loan at VfL Bochum in Germany's 2nd division. He played 90 minutes for Bochum in the 1-1 home draw against Nuremberg at the weekend. I'll come back to the final one in a minute, because here's Oyebade now, trying to work the ball into the box. Goes back well to Orford. We know he can strike them. It's been picked up again, though, by Josh Briggs. Feeds the ball through to Fearon. Fearon only needs a minute to try and get a little bit of space. Here is Fearon again, switching it to the right side. It's Batcham, puts one low into the box. It's drilled into the back of the net. Made by Ryan Batcham over on the right side, powered in low. I'm not quite sure who it came off as of yet, but fired into the back of the net, and it's been coming, and West Ham take the lead on the hour mark. Well, the pressure has been weighing heavy, and finally West Ham break through. Fearon gives it to Batcham, he drills it in low, and it's Cummings who gets the final touch. Dan Cummings on the score sheet once again. And he scored the winner against Anderlecht in the Premier League International Cup. Could that be the winner tonight? There's still half an hour to go, but Hammers take the lead, and it's Dan Cummings with it.
Come on, hey, come on.
That's his 3rd goal for Dan Cummings in all competitions this season. He had a very good first half as well. Chances galore, and he finally gets his reward here as well. Batcham firing it in low, and there was Cummings, the number 9, to blast it in. Well, the former Celtic man, Dan Cummings, joined West Ham last summer. The 19-year-old, he actually won the Scottish Youth Cup in 2023 with Celtic, and he scored in the final against, yes, you know who, Rangers. That would have been satisfying indeed. Charlie Walker-Smith, though, with the throw. How are Crystal Palace going to respond here? Could be a huge moment in the season for West Ham United. Must finish in that top 16 in order to make the end of season elimination playoffs, and of course qualify for next season's Premier League International Cup. Started the day in 12th. With Leicester losing, they will at least go above Leicester City tonight if it stays as it is right now. It's up to West Ham now to just hold on to this strong play from Callum Leacock there. Hooked back forward. No nonsense defending from the Hammers at the minute, but Crystal Palace might have an opportunity here. Trying to dink it over the top. It's a lovely shot by Umolu. Couldn't quite wrap his foot around it enough to get the power that it probably required really to beat Finlay Hooper. But it was a dangerous ball, a good ball indeed. Jesper Judd battling, but loses out to La Madrid now. He's looked very dangerous in this game. Ajalo, as he managed to stay on side. It's been picked up by Clayton. Here's Clayton. Fires it towards the edge of the D. Orford's going to get there first.
Come out, find a pass shot.
Here's Joel Drakes-Thomas. There's been a change as well. Apologies for everybody there, but Joel Drakes-Thomas has come on. Joel Drakes-Thomas. He's now on the pitch. The 16-year-old. I'm going to make a lot of us, including myself, feel very old right now, but Joel Drakes-Thomas was born in 2009. Yes, 2009. Has played for Crystal Palace in the senior side. As I said, he was part of the team that lost to Macclesfield in the FA Cup. He was played in the Premier League as well against Leeds, Tottenham, Fulham. He became Crystal Palace's youngest ever senior player. Also got some experience in the League Cup this season too. And we're going to see a change here as well. Josh Landers is about to come on for West Ham. Greg Lincoln making a change. Who's it going to be? It's going to be goal scorer. Dan Cummings is coming off. Josh Landers is coming on. Bit of a like-for-like change, really. Josh Landers is an 18-year-old forward, also Scottish as well. He joined West Ham from Hibs in June 2025. Actually made his debut for Hibs in the Scottish League Cup semi-final against Aberdeen. And scored a brace in his first start in Premier League 2 in a 4-2 away win at Sunderland in August. Dan Cummings is certainly pleased with his night's work. It's not quite done yet. 65 on the clock. Work to do for both sides. Here's the American Tyler White for Crystal Palace over on the left side, under pressure from La Madrid. And La Madrid, not only is he good with the ball at his feet, he's got a tackle in him too. He's impressed tonight, La Madrid. What have you made of him, everybody in the live chat? Let me know. Crystal Palace, though, it's still full of danger, and they win a corner here. I might actually be able to finish off Loan Watch as well. As I say, Callum Marshall, he played 90 minutes for VfL Bochum in the German second division in a 1-1 draw at home against Nuremberg. Christian Hegyi, he's on loan at MTK Budapest in the Hungarian top flight. They're playing Ferencváros right now, and it's the visitors who have taken the lead. They're second in the table, Ferencváros, MTK Budapest 9th in a 12-team league, if you're interested. And that is Loan Watch completed. Corner comes in. It's Casey trying to get up as well. It's not quite clear. Sebastian Williams going toe-to-toe, but it's been seen out of play. West Ham survive for now. Well, Crystal Palace kept a clean sheet last time out. Not tonight, though. But have scored in the last 9 in all competitions, have the Eagles. So that'll be a warning to West Ham for the remainder of this game. But West Ham have now scored in 27 of 30 games this season. Only failed to score against Nottingham Forest, Fulham and Athletic Bilbao in the Premier League International Cup, of course. 7 clean sheets coming into tonight. Could make it 8. I don't want to speak too soon because the shot comes in. It's not far away from Jeremiah Umolu. He's got a goal in him as well. He's got more than a goal in him. He scored against Middlesbrough. He scored against Ipswich as well. Well, Benji says Madrid having a great game. Training with the first team has seen him become a lot sharper. Yeah, it certainly has. Kiko's in tonight as well in the live chat. Kiko, great to have you along tonight. Thanks for joining us. You know, Tracy's here as well. Tracy, great to have you along. Peter says, you feel old. I was born in 1951. I wasn't born in 1951, Peter. But great to have you along as well, Peter. Appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you all as well. I really do mean a lot to us, because if you don't tune in, there's not really much point in us broadcasting the game. So you really do make a difference. It's not just something we're saying. 68 minutes on the clock, 68 and a half here. West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 0. If you're just tuning in, Dan Cummings with the goal in the second half. Regan Clayton heading over to take the ball here for the Hammers. If West Ham can hold on to it, it'll be a 6th league win of the season. Victories in Premier League 2 over Chelsea, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Birmingham, Sunderland so far this season. Crystal Palace have already won 6 this campaign, beating Tottenham, Leeds, Birmingham, Aston Villa, Derby, beat Derby 6-0, and Fulham as well, inflicted Fulham's first league defeat of the season on them, and then they promptly, Fulham, went and lost their next game against Newcastle as well. It's amazing how football works, isn't it? Oyebade goes back to Finley Hooper in goal. Headed down by Drakes Thomas. Back in under 21s action. He's seen a lot of under 18s, under 21s and senior side, Joel Drakes Thomas. Remember that name. Here's Fearon though. Remember this name as well, Preston Fearon. He's been amongst the goals. Scored against Tamworth in the National League Cup semi-final last time out. Also got on the score sheet in that 3-3 draw against Middlesbrough up in the northeast. That was when La Madrid made his debut and scored on his debut. Here's Clayton though, over on this left side up against Joel Drakes Thomas, who pushes him down to the ground. Clayton does really, really well. Sort of backed into a bit of a corner, but went down. And it's Lewis Orford who's going to take the free kick. Just a few yards in from the corner flag. 20 minutes to go here. The goal already came 10 minutes ago. It's amazing how quick it goes. 20 minutes left on the clock. Can West Ham get a second? It's into the box. It's headed over, and it's going to be a goal kick. Does everybody fancy another quiz question? I've still got quite a few to get through. So we had a question actually about captains earlier. Of course, West Ham won the FA Cup 3 times, 64, 75 and 1980. I asked you who the captains were. 1964 it was Bobby Moore. In 1975 and 1980 it was Billy Bonds. But who could tell me who was West Ham's first captain from outside the British Isles? So who was West Ham's first captain from outside the British Isles? If you know, light up that live chat. If you don't know and want to have a guess, just still pop it in that live chat. I want to hear from you all. It's great to have so many of you getting in contact tonight. Look at that, we're up to 1,698 of you tuning in tonight as well. We really do appreciate it here at West Ham. A lot coming up as well. A reminder, you can watch West Ham against Leeds under 21s this Saturday. That is a 12:30 kickoff up in York at York's LNER Community Stadium. So Leeds under 21s against West Ham. That's live on the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Of course, the men's senior side travel to Liverpool this Saturday, 3 o'clock. Kick-off. The women not in action again until the 18th of March against Manchester United at home at their Chigwell Construction Stadium. And the under-18s travel to Crystal Palace this Saturday for a 11 o'clock kickoff. That's a fixture I've already covered once this season, but it was actually for Crystal Palace, not West Ham, sorry to say. But Andre Dyke scored a last-minute winner for West Ham. More of the same potentially this Saturday in the under-18 Premier South. And here is Charlie Walker-Smith skipping through, gets it to Drakes Thomas over on the right side for Crystal Palace. Still got a sting in the tail, have the Eagles. The ball goes a little bit too far and long, and La Madrid gets there first. Up against Tyler White.
Cross, son. More of that, yeah? More of that.
I have been impressed with La Madrid. It's certainly the best performance I've seen from him in a West Ham shirt. Or there haven't been that many, have they really? But he played 45 minutes against Middlesbrough on his under-21s debut, scored. And of course played for the senior side in the FA Cup against Burton Albion. He just doesn't give the ball away, but here's Josh Ajala. We know what he can do as well. His brace against Tamworth sending West Ham to the National League Cup final. A lot of you guessing here as well. A lot of you saying Lucas Neal. That's not right. I can see why you get Lucas Neal. I can. He was I'm going to give you a clue here. He was West Ham's first captain outside of Europe, was Lucas Neal. So Lucas Neal was West Ham's first captain outside of Europe. So that's a clue. There was a captain for West Ham who's European before Lucas Neal. I'll give you a clue. Who would like an extra clue? I'll give you the year. First captain West Ham in 2001. That's your clue. First captain West Ham in 2001. Jemai Amula trying to knock it forward for Crystal Palace. Things just slow down a little bit here. Well, if it stays like we've got a change coming up. There we go. The number 16, that's Tyrone Akpata, is coming on, and it is La Madrid who makes way. Again, he can be very proud of his 75 minutes here. La Madrid comes off to a round of applause here at the Rush Green Stadium, deservedly so. He has impressed tonight, La Madrid. The man who's on loan, of course, from Deportivo La Guaira. Scored on his under-21s debut, as we said. Named the best Venezuelan top-flight player under-23 in 2025. He's had a very good game indeed. It's certainly his sharpest he's looking since joining the Hammers. Crystal Palace working away into the box, but it's been taken away very well by Callum Leacock, and Tyrone Akpata is on. He's got a goal in him as well. He scored that stunning equaliser against Norwich City, Tyrone Akpata. I still have dreams about that goal. The 19-year-old, he joined West Ham at under-15s. He's a Dagenham boy himself as well. So Akpata on. Actually made 32 appearances for the under-21s last season, did Tyrone Akpata. He's more than anybody else.
No, Josh. That's the one, Josh.
Sit this up properly now.
It's a throw for West Ham. Right, I'm going to give you the answer because I don't know if I've seen it yet. Oh, yes, I can see some of you have got it. The Saints has got it. Got it twice. Steve Palmer, you've got it right. It was Paolo Di Canio. Paolo Di Canio captained West Ham for the first time in 2001, and he was the first captain for West Ham outside of the British Isles. Those of you who said Lucas Neal, by the way, that is great knowledge. He was the first captain for West Ham outside of Europe. So you're sort of right. So well done. Greeno says Noel Cantwell, 1958. He was Irish. Was he Northern Irish or was it Irish? Peaceful Guy says, who is Noel Cantwell? Here is Umolu. Oh, he's trying to feed the ball into the path of Sebastian Williams, but it's picked up quickly by Finlay Hooper. Williams has been causing all sorts of problems tonight, hasn't he, the 18-year-old? He last season's Crystal Palace under-18s player of the season. He's looked very good in number 10 for the Eagles tonight. What are we, 77.5 minutes in. It is amazing how quick these games go. It really, really is. These two sides started the day locked together on 21 points. As it is, there's going to be a little bit of daylight between the two if it stays like this. Be a first winning four for West Ham in Premier League 2 if they can hold on, but it's not over yet. Drake's Thomas getting the ball into the box, into the body, and whipped away for West Ham.
Wider, Joel, wider. Back post, Joel, back post, Joel.
Edge of the box, Lou. Edge of the box, Lou.
That's Josh Landers trying to create something for West Ham. It goes to Harry Lee in goal. Harry Lee doesn't get a huge amount of game time for the under-21s. He joined last summer. The 21-year-old started his football journey at Torquay and then went to Exeter City, where he did get a bit of senior experience. He's played on loan in the National League South at Weston-super-Mare in the Southern Premier with Dorchester Town. Here's Ajala now. Josh Ajala is going to have to go it alone if he's going to do it. Josh Ajala working his way into the box. West Ham have now got bodies forward. It falls to Orford, fires it into the back of the net, and it's 2-0 to West Ham United. Made by Josh Ajala, fired in by Orford. 2-0. Well, that was scintillating. The ball forward into the path of Josh Ajala. I thought he was going to try and have a go. He's got Jasper Judd for company there. Pulls it back so well. And there is Lewis Orford. He's not going to miss. Into the centre of the net. Bang! And it's West Ham 2, Crystal Palace 0. It's a 31st goal of the Premier League 2 campaign for the Hammers. Does the goal difference a world of good as well. Takes them on to +8.
Next 5 minutes, Briggsy.
And it could be a big, big moment in the season for West Ham United.
Very unselfish, Josh, well done.
Come on, Ty. Well done, you, Ty.
Unbeaten in the last 4 at home in all competitions. Unbeaten in the last 7 at home in the league. In fact, the last home league defeat was the opening game of the season against Nottingham Forest. A clean sheet would be so valuable as well. If they could do it, it'll be an 8th clean sheet in all competitions this season. Coming into this one though, West Ham under a little bit of pressure in Premier League 2. It's 4 without a win, 3 draws and a defeat. That could be about to change, but there's still 10 minutes to go. It's not quite over yet. Football's a funny old game. Well, Andrew Stone says cool finish. Oh, it certainly was, wasn't it? Steve Palmer says tidy goal.
Set it up then. What we doing,
That one says it was Steve Potts, Connecticut, born captains US 94-95. Oh, fair enough. The Irons Way, that's from. Maybe it's time for another quiz question then. I told you I've got a lot tonight. Right, how about this one then? I'm pretty certain I'm right with this one. So, 2 players in the history of West Ham United have scored 6 goals in a game. So 2 players have scored 6 goals in a game for West Ham. Quite simple. Who are they? Who was it against and what year? Here's an opportunity for Crystal Palace to load up. It's fired high and over by Joseph Gibbard though. I think he'll be a bit frustrated with himself with that one. The 20-year-old, been a Crystal Palace boy since the age of 9. Made his under-21s debut against Fulham in April 2024. He was actually sent off against West Bromwich Albion in the 0-0 draw earlier this season. Did make 22 appearances with 3 assists last season. And we've got Matteo Dashi coming on now for Crystal Palace, the number 14. It looks like it's Jemiah Umulo heading off the pitch. We'll just get confirmation of that, or is it Ben Casey? Well, I tell you, it's definitely Dashi's on the pitch though. The Albanian midfielder, represented Albania at under 17 level, 19-year-old. Been at Palace since September 2023. The forward line for Crystal Palace has just been kept so quiet in the second half. Ajala trying to feed it through to Clayton, comes off a Palace leg, I think it was Jasper Judd, and it's going to be a throw for the Hammers. Mark, you're absolutely spot on. It was Jeff Hurst who banged in 6 against Sunderland. Let me get my notes. Yes, in 1968. You can tell me the other one. I'll give you a clue. It was a lot earlier than 1968. It was quite a hard one, so you might have to do a bit of research unless your knowledge stretches back. I'll give you a clue. Unless your knowledge stretches back to 1929. Here is Oyabadi pushing it over to Clayton on the left side. Here's Regan Clayton. He's got Tyler White for company. Clayton doing well holding the ball up. We've got 6 minutes plus added time to go for West Ham to see if they can see this game out and get a 6th league win of the season. A result that will take them 3 clear of Crystal Palace. Here's Battram. Orford wants it again. Look, he's desperate to get it. There's Akpata. Here is Orford. Clayton's in a little bit of space over on the left side, but it goes to Ajala. Josh Ajala gets the shot in. It's a lovely ball, but it's ricocheted off the post. Not quite cleared yet. Akpata loads up on his left foot, fires it high and over. Brilliant work by Josh Ajala once again. He wants to get on the score sheet tonight, and he came so close. Credit to Josh Landers as well. He did well to get his head out of the way. Vic Watson, Jack Bell. You are absolutely correct. Tony Hammer is right. Brian Flowers. Yes, it was Vic Watson who also scored 6 for West Ham. That was against Leeds United way back in 1929. And the following season, the 1929-1930 season, he scored 42 goals in Division 1. Here's Regan Clayton now whipping it across the face of goal, and it's in the back of the net, and it's Fearon who wheels away in delight, and surely now that is 3 goals and 3 points for the Hammers. Preston Fearon, right place, right time. He has a habit of doing it, doesn't he? And he's on the score sheet once again. He scored against Tamworth. He scored tonight. It's 2-2 for Preston Fearon. And he is a man lighting up Premier League 2 and under-21s football in the 2025-26 season. It's his 8th goal in all competitions for Preston Fearon. His 5th goal in the league this season. And West Ham have been like iron in this second half. There's been no stopping the Hammers. And they have forged a route past the Eagles tonight.
Good Regan.
Come on, Kingy, come on.
Well, it is surely going to be a 6th league win of the campaign. A first win in 5 now for West Ham in Premier League 2. It's going to be 8 unbeaten at home in Premier League 2. And a 5th straight unbeaten game in all competitions here at home for West Ham United. Here is Akpata now. And now West Ham fans in that live chat, watching wherever you are in the world, surely you can just relax and enjoy the final 5 minutes here. Kiko says he put the fear on the Crystal Palace players. Very well said. I wish I thought of that myself. Very good.
Coming on, Joe.
Here's Regan Clayton for the throw. It couldn't be a 4th, could there? Here's Oyabadi now. Getting the goal difference very, very well up tonight after the 5-0 defeat, of course, against Fulham. It took a bit of a hammering, but it's up to +9 now. And a clean sheet will surely be the next target. Here's Orford. We know he can shoot from range. Fearon pushing it out to Battram over on the right side. He's had a good game as well, Ryan Battram. Fearon. And Crystal Palace just can't get out of their own half at the minute. Shell-shocked. The Eagles are flightless at the minute. Akpata.
Are you ready, JDT?
Get your balance right.
Yes,
Here's Briggs. Ajala going again. I think he's He's slightly disappointed he hasn't scored tonight. He's played very well indeed, though. Came close, hit the post. Batter pushing it over to the right-hand side. West Ham will be adding Crystal Palace to their lists of sides they've beaten this season, which includes Chelsea, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Birmingham and Sunderland. Oh, thanks, Steve. Yeah, I did get that from Wikipedia, actually. So if Wikipedia was wrong, I'm wrong. So thank you for that. Puns coming in left, right, and centre. Absolutely. Absolutely. We wouldn't have it any other way, would we? Right, I forgot another quiz question. Mind you, this question could probably be wrong then as well. As the ball's pushed forward, Crystal Palace get possession. Who can tell me what the record attendance was at the Bowling Ground and who was it against? Here is Drake's Thomas just trying to get a consolation maybe for the Eagles. White whipping the ball across the face of goal. It's put over the bar. It was Ben Casey.
Charlie, well done, son.
The goal machine for the under-18s this season for Crystal Palace. Worth a go. Callum Leacock just did enough to put Casey off. And Leacock's had a solid game tonight as well. 17-year-old joined from Linfield. He's actually a very good Gaelic footballer, is Callum Leacock. Has represented Northern Ireland at under-17s. We move into the 90th minute here at the Rush Green Stadium. It is going to be 3 points for West Ham. Much needed 3 points as well. Coming into this one, it was 3 draws and a defeat in the last 4 in Premier League 2. Not actually in that order, but a win. It's been a long time coming. In fact, the last time in the league anyway. 5 minutes is the signal. Going to have an extra 5 minutes. And ironically, the last win in Premier League 2 was a 5-0 win for West Ham against Chelsea. Chelsea started the day top of the lot. Here's Akpata. Akpata gets a shot away, drills it in low, straight into the arms of Harry Lee. Hammer Green says 42,000 against Manchester United. I've got to be honest, I'm not really trusting Wikipedia anymore. Freshfielder, I use Wikipedia. Very good, Freshfielder, I like that. What answer did I have? Let me have a quick look. I had, 42,322 against Tottenham in 1970. That's what I had. Who can tell me what the record attendance is at the London Stadium? We've got boxing fans in the house. I've just had some breaking news for you, for any boxing fans. I've just heard that Floyd Mayweather against Manny Pacquiao 2 has just been confirmed, which is kind of wild, isn't it? I know it's nothing to do with football, but there we go. If anybody is a boxing fan, keep your eye peeled for that one. We are into the second minute of the 5 added on at the end of the game. It's a free kick for Crystal Palace. So a yellow card looks like shown to Ryan Oyebade for the challenge. Stood over it is the number 8 of Joseph Gibbard, but it's snatched up by Dylan Reid. It's going to be Dylan Reid to take this for the Eagles. It would be a shame to lose the clean sheet. However, the 3 points are the most important thing. Steve Palmer says London Stadium attendance, actual bodies or tickets sold? I think probably just tickets sold, actually, Steve. We know how these things work. So it's Reid with a free kick for Crystal Palace. Can they get a consolation from this tonight? It's dinked into the danger zone, headed away, and Landers gets the next touch, hooked back in, and Finley Hooper races off his line. Well, the game could have been so different right at the end of the first half. Finley Hooper produced an absolutely world-class save from the shot from Sebastian Williams to knock it out for a corner. It came to nothing in the end. But if Crystal Palace had scored that, the game would have been so different. Here's Josh Landers running down to the left side. The answer to that quiz question, the record attendance at the London Stadium, who was it against? I've got down 62,478 against Leeds in May 2023, but there's every chance I'm wrong with that. Harry says, any history on Hammers? You need to get your facts from Nigel Khan. Nigel, okay, brilliant. Yeah, put me in touch. That'd be great. Nigel knows his stuff. West Ham happy to just see this one out now. Let's have a look at some of the other scores. It's still Burnley 1, Derby 1. These are all across Premier League 2. Leicester 1, Manchester United 2. If it stays like that, West Ham will definitely go above Leicester. Reading have just scored. It's Reading 1, but Arsenal have got 3, so Arsenal will stay above the Hammers tonight. And West Brom 1, Blackburn 2. That's the scores in the other games taking place in Premier League 2 this evening. Tracy said, did I get that from Wikipedia about the boxing? No, I didn't. No, a better, actually a stronger, more reliable source than that. Very well said, Tracy. The ball comes over the top though for Crystal Palace. It's going to run out of play and West Ham have the throw. Into the final minute here at Rush Green Stadium. It's been a scintillating second half performance from the Hammers. All 3 goals coming in the second half. Preston Fearon, Lewis Orford and Dan Cummings on the score sheet tonight. 3 goals, 3 different scorers, 3 points. And if it stays like this, a clean sheet. The Irons Way, says Ian, it was 62,500 on the West Ham site. Fair enough. What did I say? Where's my... I need to get the right page. Yeah, 62.5, 62,478 against Leeds in May 2023. Thank you, Kiko. Says, all right, gents, back to whatever you're doing. Ian, great job along with the camera crew. Yeah, big shout out. There you go. Full-time whistle, and it is 3 goals, 3 points, 3 different goal scorers on a perfect night for West Ham United. They get back to winning ways in Premier League 2. A 6th win of the campaign. Perhaps very importantly as well, a clean sheet as well. Up next, don't forget you can watch Leeds United under-21s against West Ham United under-21s live this Saturday. It's a 12:30 kickoff on the West Ham United YouTube channel. What did you make of all of this, everybody? It's been a cracking night, hasn't it? That second half performance was absolutely brilliant. We've got some comments coming in. Damien says, Orford, man of the match for me today. I tell you what, La Madrid did really well too. Steve Cox says, thanks Ian and crew. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. Sean says, great win. Everyone have a good evening. And good night from Malta. Very nice indeed. Yeah, what a game it has been. West Ham are back to winning ways in Premier League 2. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Really do appreciate it. I'll be back for the Leeds game this Saturday. It has finished here at the Rush Green Stadium. West Ham United 3, Crystal Palace 0. I've been your commentator, Ian Waterhouse, and I'll see you all on Saturday. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for watching.
Come on.